My name is Nate. I'm a medical student at the Medical College of Wisconsin. My goal is to qualify for the Boston Marathon. I've been running since I was in high school, and it's just been something I've continued throughout my education as just a way to balance the rigors of education. And so most recently, I did the Ironman my first year of medical school. It was a huge accomplishment, but something that was so critical in that success was physical therapy and actually getting to the finish line. When you're putting in massive amounts of miles, both swimming and biking and running, it's really easy for different areas of your body to break down, such as when you're swimming, a lot of times my traps will get super tight. But there were no exercises that would relieve this, especially spending up to 10, 12 hours a day studying at a desk. I'd have extreme tightness. So that was one of the ways I was able to actually relieve some of that pain is through physical therapy, both increasing my mobility of my shoulders and also just having the strength and ability to swim for as long as an hour to an hour and a half. In terms of biking and running as well, those were two really physically difficult components of an Ironman. Biking typically doesn't have a ton of pounding, but holding that position again for hours on end is something that can really mess up your neck and back. So getting dry needling in the past was critical for both my actual relief of pain and also just actually creating functional strength. And finally, with the running, I think running for me has always been maybe something I've always been good at, but I think staying healthy is really, really difficult for anyone that tries to train at a high level. They know this, and even people who do any race, even 5Ks, they know that your body can fall apart in many different ways. So as I kind of look out to this goal of qualifying for Boston, I recognize one of the things that's going to be critical for me to eventually get to the line and ultimately run a time that would qualify me for Boston is to have my body, one, in the right shape and right alignment, and also have the physical capacity, the strength. A lot of times the cardio can be done in a lot of different ways. Even if your body is falling apart, you can go on the elliptical and get the cardio, but ultimately getting the actual miles running is so incredibly important, and that really can't be done without physical therapy. Right now I'm running about anywhere from 10 to 15 miles a week. I'm running about 8:30 pace. However, at my best and top end, I've ran a half marathon at sub 6:30 pace. So I know that my actual ability to run at that speed is there, but actually being able to get the miles down and keeping my body from not falling apart is critical, which is why I'm seeking out physical therapy to ultimately achieve this goal. So in terms of injuries I've had in the past or things that I'm concerned about moving forward with this training, probably the first one thing that comes to mind is just my Achilles pain. I think all runners have experienced Achilles pain at some point in their life. Things that have improved my own Achilles pain have been orthotics, custom orthotics that I received from Freedom Physical Therapy, along with dry needling on my calves. My calves were actually referring a lot of pain to my Achilles. So the dry needling completely relieved a lot of that pain, along with the orthotics to kind of prevent that from happening. Especially during the kind of peak of Ironman training, another injury that I had was like a quad strain that was actually kind of causing some knee pain, and that was a really acute injury really weeks before actually doing the Ironman, which was really kind of terrifying for me. I really wanted to obviously get to the finish line, and I'd just been training a little bit too hard. So again, I came into Freedom Physical Therapy, got my quad dry needled along with a couple other therapies that ultimately completely relieved my knee pain, and really I haven't had any problems with that since. Finally, the thing I'm probably most concerned about, and a lot of people, at least people my age who sit at desks for a long time, have a lot of hip flexor pain and low back pain when they run. A lot of times they feel like they're locked up, not allowing their stride to fully open up, and they're not able to run the pace that they hope to run at. And for me, that's a huge concern because I'm amidst studying for step 2 right now, which is a board exam in medical school. I'm studying about 10 hours a day at a desk, and when I get up even to walk, a lot of times I feel this tightness. So I think being able to get my lower back and then my hips opened up and strengthened at a level that they need to be in order to do the rigor of training is something I'm seeking out physical therapy for.